Good morning and welcome to the last 32 of the Predator WPA Men's World Championship 10 Ball. We are live from the Military Zone 7 Sports Stadium here in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. 96 started, all looking for the trophy, and a share of the $250,000 prize money. Up first, we have Shane Van Boening against Naoyuki Oi. It's now best of 5 sets, races to 4, winner breaks, 30-second shot clock, and 1 extension each per rack, of course. Your referee is C. It's 10 ball, call shot. I'm Mark White, and calling the shots with me in the booth is Tim the Hater. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, Mark. And what a match we have here on the TV table. On the left, arguably one of the best 10-ball players, or one of the greatest of all time. I mean, that's what the arguments are going about on the internet. And on the right, I mean, a very strong player, very fluent player. I do believe, did he not finish second in the World 10-ball Championship last year?
He did 1 year. Yeah. I think it was against, wasn't it up against Eklund Kachi? I think it was back in 2021, I think it might have been. I'm not exactly sure, Tim. I didn't look up that particular fact, but one thing's for sure. I mean, look, I was so happy, I'm not going to lie, I was so happy when I woke up to a message from Eric Hallofsson saying there's been a change in the schedule today, and I saw we'd switched tables from table 2 to table 1. And I looked at table 1 and I thought, yes, because I haven't commentated on Shane Van Boening at all in this event. So I'm really, really looking forward to this. And Van Boening has won the leg, and he will break the first of these 5 sets now.
Yeah, absolutely crushed him from the side. A little bit of spin on the cue ball though, so that's something he might change. Obviously knows a lot about the break, so I won't have to give him any advice on that part.
Yeah, and this is to get in the money, and the money just gets bigger and bigger and bigger from here on in, culminating in that winner's check for $70,000. I'm sure he'd love to get his hands on that. That's a few days off fishing right there, isn't it? Now then, what's he thinking here, Tim?
Well, I would assume a push out to the top short rail. As you can see, the 1 ball does not go.
Clever.
Because of the 5.
Clever.
Oh,
and he's 7 now.
Yeah. Yeah, played good pace. Not just the 8 and the 7, but also the cue ball locked up with the rail. Limits the options, and Shane instantly said, "You know, I'm not in the mood for this. You can go ahead." But you can play the cue ball now. 3 rails behind the 9. Oh, he's hit it really thin. Not sure if he was trying to hit it that thin. Don't think he's really left something nice to work with for Shane.
Yeah, he's opened up the 7-8 now, Tim. Put them together for the first shot, and then the second one. That's what makes me think he did hit it too thin as well. Sure, he wasn't trying to open them up. There's a chance for Shane. It's a tough one. Position on the 2 in the side. No, he's not playing it. Safety. Took a risk. Yeah, 1 3 out of 3. Or is it 4 out of 4 now? But Van Boening has been absolutely unstoppable so far. Started off with a win over tie and win. Won that in straight sets. Another straight sets victory over Alex Kazakis. And then Yipkin Ling went the same way as well. So he hasn't dropped a set yet, Tim.
Well, you also mentioned earlier on in the week. Oh, I had not called it in the corner. You also mentioned earlier on in the week the fact that he put on Facebook how much of a great time he's having in Vietnam. He's really enjoying his time out there. He says the tables are playing great. He's feeling great. So it just really looks like he's enjoying himself.
Yeah, and that's such a big part of the game, isn't it, Tim? He's enjoying the food even. He's enjoying the people, the fans. So not one negative at all to say about it. And he's blending in rather well with the background, may I say, as well.
Yeah, nice stun run behind the 9-ball there after 2. Strong shot from Oi.
Oh, misjudged. Ball in hand then.
So interesting. Oi's game in general, quite a bit of rhythm, and it looks a little bit unusual for most of the people probably to watch it. It just doesn't look like your average player because his stance is a little different and his stroke is a little bit loose. But man, this guy can play.
Yeah, I just think he plays totally on instinct, and what a lovely way to play. I think it's a much more enjoyable way of playing the game.
Well, I think most of the people, they actually start playing pool like this, but then by making mistake after mistake, they seem to tone it down. There's only a couple that just stick with it and overall try to work on not making these mistakes while playing faster.
Yeah, Jeffrey DeLuna, another example of that, I believe. He's got his own unique style of play. Very aggressive, loves to entertain. Maybe goes for one shot too many sometimes. Some crazy positional shots. And I don't think it's any coincidence that... Well, I don't think it's not a coincidence that neither of the two players, DeLuna or Nukioi, have actually won as much as maybe they should have won in the game.
Well, great start for Oi. Really put Shane in a couple difficult spots there. Not much breathing for Shane yet in this opening rack.
There's some other matches going on as well in the men's last 32. Mieszko Fortuński has taken the first rack against Ko Pin Yi. Kledio Kachi, who's gone further than his brother in this tournament, which is becoming a little bit of a habit now. Kledio 1 up against Oliver Sznolnoki. Simon Kural is 1 up against Ko Ping Chung. Mark Maggi 2-1 down to Daniel Maciel from Poland. Aloysius Schaap 2-1 down to Mateusz Śnikoki. And Jeffrey DeLuna also 2-1 down to Tao Yong Ko. So you're all up to date. All these games are available, guys, on Pro Billiard TV. Hopefully you'll stick with us, or at least have the games going on 2 devices. We promise you some great entertainment on this channel.
Well, definitely put everything into that break. Nice and square. Just, I believe the 4 ball was tracking towards the side pocket and the cue ball was just blocking it.
Good
The
start
first pocketable ball for Shane.
Yeah, looked very good in the warm-up. Nukioi was there a lot earlier than Shane, but Shane was out on one of the outer tables practicing his break, as of course he always does. So he had a warm-up as well, just on another table, and then came in and had a couple of racks on this one. That's gone wrong.
Oh.
Possible carom on the 8, Tim?
Could play the carom. There's quite some distance in between. And it's early in the set. I kind of feel like he might be playing safe. It's difficult to also get the position on the 3 ball while making the carom.
Oh, needs this to run. Perfect. Yeah, just misjudged the cannon on his last shot on the 2 ball. Thought he was going to hit the 3 full up, but he didn't. Just glanced off the side of it. So 1 rail kick for Nukioi. May catch the 2nd rail, of course, as well.
Well, could go over the left side, the easy hit. He's going over the right side to possibly make the 3 ball, and look at this. What a shot on the 3 ball and a little nudge on the 4. Wow, what a kick shot from Nukioi. Straight into it and cut it in.
Yeah,
coming out of the gate
perfect.
strong, Mark.
Yeah, Nukioi certainly started the stronger of the 2, Tim, that's for sure.
Yeah, basically picking up the pieces over on the rack. Everything was wide in the open. It's just that Shane did not have any open pocket to swing at on that 3 ball. Quick work for Nukioi.
Just kind of get the feeling, Tim, there's not that urgency though when we get to this stage. You know, 5 sets, it's a much longer race now. You've got to win at least 12 racks to get to the... Now they keep showing these 2 young ladies. I don't know who they are. Do you know, Tim? Are they players? I don't think they're players.
No, I wouldn't know.
So winner breaks. Nukioi will be breaking them again. That's the shot that won him this rack. Really terrific kick. Having a good think to himself, maybe just composing himself, Shane. Unmoved by the clearance. But of course we know the 10 ball break notoriously hard, especially with the hand rack. The referee C. Well, thanks again to referee Perry Anderson, who daily sends me a list of all the referees, which is very nice of him. Perry's having trouble finding a barber in Vietnam. He should come to patio there on every street corner. I've never had such short hair. Can't resist the lovely neck massage you get afterwards, Tim. Nice hair wash, shave if you want as well. And then a nice head and neck massage and shoulders, all for about $5. It's not bad, is it?
Well, that sounds delightful at the moment.
I could actually go for a bit of that while I'm sitting here commentating. That would be perfect. I'm sat here in my comfy armchair. Massage away. Wow, he's really throwing everything into this, isn't he? The kitchen sink as well, everything.
Yeah, and a couple balls just pushing each other away in front of that side pocket. Twice in a row now that I felt like something was gonna drop. That's how close they were. They just didn't.
Problem with the 4 here for Van Boening. 1, 2 and 3 readily available. Not possible to get on the 4 where it is. He's going to have to move it somehow or play a safety on it. Just hold the cue ball in behind the 8.
Well,
so he ends up.
Is he able to cut the 3 ball and go 3 rails into the 4-8 possibly? Around the 10.
Got to watch the scratch here if he goes above the 5.
No,
Just
playing the safety.
Well, needs to get the 4 away, of course. Oh, that's what you call a safety. Not sure how tight he is, but it looks pretty close to the 8 ball. One thing's for sure, he will not be jumping. Well, he's got the 1 rail, Tim.
That 4 was still. Oh. Well, the 4 was still quite a bit off the rail. Always a difficult target to hit just one single ball in the open on the other side of the table.
So
yeah, would be good for Shane if he can get this rack on the board.
Yeah, and it'll be a fouled attempt at a kick from Oy this time, which was, of course, the reason he won the last rack, Tim, because he made such a great kick. But it's a bad one this time that's going to cost him rack number 3. Shane will be on the board. Now can settle down. Always a good feeling to get your rack on the scoreboard. You then officially feel a part of the match. It's just a psychological thing, really. Table looks to be running nice today, Tim. No storms around today. Not yet. Let's hope they stay away for good. So 2-1 then, Shane Trouse, but he will be breaking. So let's talk about Shane's break a little bit. We know we're used to watching him break with a template, Tim. But would you say he's probably the best breaker without a template on the planet?
It's very difficult to say, because I would go off a couple factors. It's a player needs, one is creativity. In case it doesn't work with the hand rack, you need to be creative enough to find different ways. So a way with a little bit of spin, a different angle. Is he gonna cut the break slightly more, or is he gonna try to play it head on, from the center, from the side, etc. Well, I don't think, like break speed, for example, I know in the US they're quite crazy about break speed, people trying to crush him with ridiculous kind of speed. Not sure if that exactly is the key to a successful break.
Well, look at this for a break. What was good about that one, apart from the fact that he made a ball, of course?
Well, I think this time he went for that slight bit more of a cut, because last time he caught it the same, but with less pop on the cue ball and more spin. Now he took less spin on the ball, more impact, and he found the ball on the break. So yeah, it's difficult to say if he is the best breaker without the template, because there's other players that are really clever with it too. But he's definitely one of the most experienced out there, and that's what makes it so tough to play against him, because he will find a way that works. A lot of knowledge used on the break, but on the other side he's also put crazy amounts of time on the break, which most pro players, they don't even do.
I'm just wondering if one of those ladies in the front row is Miramatsu, the Japanese player. I know Chihiro's here as well, but it didn't look like Chihiro. I know Sakura Miramatsu is actually Nokio's student, so that's my guess.
Yeah, if I knew, I would tell you.
Would you?
I don't know. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, there's that middle
did the spin
pocket.
Get him there?
It's caught out so many players, Tim, this tournament, hasn't it? In all the tournaments. Hit that far jaw and didn't drop. Was playing with some... Didn't even look like he played with spin. Maybe a little touch of right, but not much. Wow.
Wow, that's a big swing.
Maybe he was up a bit quick as well. I'd like to see that again, to be honest. Well, this isn't ideal either. Bit of travelling to do now.
Just to add to the break question you asked me, another fact is that Shane has inspired so many other players, younger players that are on the tour now, has inspired all of them with the break, with how he's been breaking in like 15, 20 years ago. So yeah, players by now are starting to maybe break similar to what he's doing. For example, if you look at Kachi's break, is also really big, powerful, does change the cue ball all over the place. So, but it's mainly, it all started with Shane.
Yeah, DeLuna's been quite a big breaker as well, hasn't he? I know he's not as old as Shane, although he's not far off it, he's 40, Jeff DeLuna. And Shane is 42, I believe. And there's that 6 again. Unbelievable. Just caught the near jaw, Tim. You cannot catch the near jaw on them. And this is a nice finish from Nurkioi. Lovely little nudge into the 9 ball to stay on the 8. And then, of course, the rest from there was very, very easy. If you can say anything's easy on a pool table. So let's give you a few latest scores, guys. Mieszko Fortunski on the hill in the first set, 3-1 against Ko Pin Yi. Claudio Cacci 2-1 up now against Oliver Sznolnoki. Mark Maggie 3-1 down, Daniel Maciel on the hill in that one, and Yap 3-2 down. Back to this one. Oh, that's a good break, I thought. He might scratch though. Oh, no ball down.
Well,
no look at the one. He's hooked by the point, Tim, I think.
Yeah. Don't get to see that often on the break. Difficult to park the cue ball behind the side pocket point after crushing something with that kind of speed.
Well, got the full hook. Pass back, I think the referee said. So Shane will be going with the jump cue here. Playing the bank shot.
Oh.
Cue ball away, that's the main objective, of course. Great effort, but a great jump as well.
Look at
well
this.
Controlled. Beautiful shot. Very good. I was actually tapping my chair then, Tim. I was tapping my chair for a good shot.
Well, difficult to get to this 1 ball mark. 2 ball is quite in between. So he's probably going to kick a little deeper with low right to curve in between the 2 and the 3. Has made a good hit, but he might give Shane something.
He has to call the 10. 10 is last ball, of course. No early 10s. It can be potted, but it will be replaced on the spot. And now can set about clearing the rest of them up. Not easy though, Tim. First shot isn't even easy, is it, to get to the 2 properly?
Yeah, that's indeed key shot. I feel like 2, but how to get there? Might have to draw straight back.
Yeah.
Don't think he can go forward 1 rail. Might be too straight for that.
Oh, he
Like
is.
a
Rail
medium.
first, maybe? Yeah, rail first. Very creative shot there. He's okay, can just stun this into the side, but I wonder if it made him scared of the sides, or would he take it to the corner, I wonder? No, it's to the side.
Yeah, and another one.
The near jaw, Tim. Again, you cannot hit the near jaw. They will not drop. They will not drop. That was not accurate, Tim. I'm sorry, it wasn't. I wonder how much that had to do with the 6 he missed in the other side pocket earlier on.
This now to close out the first set. Let's see if he gets straight as possible on the 4. If not, he will have to play the bump into the 5 ball, which should be okay to do. Can always go wrong, obviously. Just gotta make sure he catches it like half ball. Slight bit of... Oh, he was still able to draw away. So he did get straight enough. Now it's time to get the job done, Mark. Looking very well, Noikoi.
Yeah, and I was just looking at the time difference. It's 11:30 at night in South Dakota. And in Tokyo, Japan, it's 1:31 in the afternoon. So peak viewing times for both of them, really. Nice big crowd watching these two great players go at it. And as you say, it's a good chance for Nukioi to take the opening set. Not as drastic as it was in the last round to lose the first set. Best of 5 this time. We can expect some long, hard battles, that's for sure.
Oh, it's going to be plumb on the 10. What a start for Noikoi.
Yeah, players are allowed to take a timeout. I think I heard Shane call a timeout. Well, no, Nukioi called a timeout. Well, that's a little bit strange. So, interesting first set. Doesn't look too bothered. It's just another day at the office for Shane van Boening. So while we leave you to relive that last rack, Tim de Ruyter and myself, Mark White, we're going to pop out for a second and we'll be back with set number 2. Welcome back to the Military 7 Stadium Sports Centre here in Ho Chi Minh City. Now, this is the men's World 10 Ball. We're just 2 weeks away now from the women's World 10 Ball taking place in Bali in Indonesia. Exactly 2 weeks to go today. Put that in your diaries, guys. Lots and lots of good stuff coming up from October the 7th. Women's World 10 Ball, as I just said. Men's World 8 Ball. And the men's doubles. Nukioi to break. Second set leading 1-0. Well, will he risk Rao first here, Tim? difficult push always is when there's a ball near a pocket, or maybe push to a nearer. Yeah, he's going the rail first. So he does fancy it.
Nice shot there. Look at the shape, natural shape on the 2. Now the 3 does go to the bottom left, so the only thing to do is probably get a nice small angle on the 3 ball to stun over and try to get straight on the 4, as you don't want the angle to run into the 6 ball. That might cause some trouble.
Now go forward, Tim, if he wants to. 2 rails with some right hand spin. Maybe he can get round the back of the 6. Yeah, played that well. Such a natural player. His timing is just fabulous. That's why he gets so much action out of the cue ball. Good feel and touch player as well. Good all-rounder. That's why he's won 5 US Opens and the world titles that he's won. He's an all-rounder as well. Pretty good one-pocket player. Mosconi Cup winner. There's nothing the man hasn't won, apart from this one, Tim. It was the World 8 ball, but he won that 2 years ago in Sanjin Perlevanovic in Klagenfurt in Austria. This time no problem with the side pockets. This 10 ball to get off to a much better start in this second set. Yeah, wherever he goes, he's got fans helping our referee see to get the balls out. Just caught a glimpse there of the Predator arena light. Playing on the new Predator Arc table with the Arcadia Reserve cloth. Predator Arcos 2 balls and the aero rack. Big thanks to Box Billiards, who are doing a grand job on streaming all of the tables. Also thanks to Little Monster, Kamui, Samsung Plus TV. Of course, this is a WPA sanctioned event. This is where the world ranking points come from. Ready to unleash the monster break.
Yeah, there's a balance between that impact and a slight bit of spin. And I think he's been finding it now for 2 breaks in a row. Just makes the balls moving a lot. As you could see, there's like 6 balls, 7 balls wildly going across the table. So increased chance to make one. Doing really well. And another very nice open layout. If I were Noiki Oi, I probably would not be expecting to get back to the table. Just this shape from the 3 to the 4. Probably is going to play the short side. Doesn't have to, but could run the cue ball just straight over.
Wants a big
Needs
bounce.
to bounce a bit.
That's okay. Natural angle taken into the 5, Tim, so it's a good chance.
Doesn't have to draw it all the way back to get straight on the 6. Can run the cue ball 2 rails up to the 7. Cut, a slight bit more cut. But should be fine. Still can go 2 rails towards the 7.
Shot clock stopped for cleaning the cue ball in this particular event. That was a nice touch, Tim, wasn't it?
Yeah, that touch brings him closer to a 2-0 lead in the second set. Very nice to watch this match overall. Both players play with quite some pace around the table, and obviously there's a reason why this is so enjoyable, because they're playing so well too. I know players that play very fast, but if they can't make a ball, it's not enjoyable to watch. So,
well, Nookie always had a shave anyway. Yeah, and what a comeback from Kopinyi. It was 3-1 down against Mieszko Fortunski in their first set. He came all the way back to win it 4-3. So Kopinyi in the driving seat. Claudio Cacci 3-3 with Oliver Schnellnocky. Ko Ping Chung 3-2 up over Simon Kural. And an unusual Estonian, normally Dennis Grave, but it's Mark Maggi, who's in the last 32. He's up against Daniel Maciel, but it's Daniel who's won the first set there as well. We will have Joshua Filler on this table next. He will be up against Duong Kwok Hong. Expect a big crowd for that one, guys. That's going to be a humdinger of a game, Tim. 3-3 Aloysius Yap and Mateus Nigoki. Jeffrey DeLuna has taken the first set against Tae Yong Ko. And Alex Kazakis 3-2 up over Sun Hee-sun. All those matches, guys, available to watch on Pro Billiard TV. Back to this one. Shane in commanding position in this second rack, breaking off 2-0 up. Wow. No luck.
Yeah, I gotta say, did hit him different than he has been the last 2 breaks. It's just so sensitive, you know, like you have to crush him as full as you can, and he just had that slight overcut. Hasn't left something to go aggressive on for Oi, or at least no ideal shot, no open shot. Could go for a bank if he wants to go aggressive. That's what he's played. Look at this.
Oh, that's opened the whole rack, hasn't it?
Beautiful cross corner. Cross side on the 1 ball. The 4 ball needs some work though, Mark. I don't think it does go by the 6.
I think it goes by the 5 though. Two young ladies there getting messages from their friends saying, "We've just seen you on TV time and time again."
Well, let's see. Possibly, if the 4 ball goes by the 6, he could run into the 5. No, he's going 2 rails. Well, actually 3 rails around the 10 ball to play the 4 in the same corner.
Good shot.
Just like that.
Very nicely done. Now, do you remember his nickname, Tim, that we both learnt yesterday? Nokioi.
Well, I don't know his nickname in general. The only thing I could think of...
I did tell you yesterday. I'm not going to let you off that easy.
Well, you told me a lot yesterday. That was a long day.
I bet if I asked you what happened to Marie Antoinette, you'd know, wouldn't you?
Well, in some way, like I always had a different nickname, I think, in my head than it probably is. I'm not gonna say it because I don't wanna say something weird, but...
Well, I always called him the Japanese Joker because I just thought, you know, that kind of suited him. But his actual official nickname is Sushi Boom.
You did say something about this. Yeah, somewhere
Definitely
deep in my mind I heard this.
I mean, I only commentated with you yesterday, so I knew it was you. 100% I knew I told you.
Yeah. Well, in some way I always felt like he could be the owl or something. Just because he's also sponsored by some company with an owl on his shirt. So I don't know.
Just caught a glimpse of Tiffany and Larry Easton as well, Savannah's mum and dad in the corner watching. Soaking up the atmosphere while they're there. Enjoying Vietnam. I think the main thing about the tournaments, Tim, that we've seen this week, people are going to go away with such great memories of Vietnam.
Oh, boy, pulling one back. After that dry break from Shane. Especially that cross side on the 1 ball. Really got him going. Beautiful cross side.
Yeah, I'm sure
it's difficult.
When Shane left the table, he didn't really think that there was going to be a clearance on. I'm sure he expected to get back to the table. Or he had other ideas and played that great cross-side bank. And Shane remained in his chair. Will be Oi to
Well,
break.
it's also not easy if you consider the fact that obviously he's on a shot clock, or both of them are on the shot clock, and it's not easy to get to the table. Sometimes the balls are laying a little funny to where you don't see that obvious safety, and then the only thing you see is that cross side, but you know if you don't make it, there's a big chance to sell out. Well, what do you do? And in these kind of situations, I kind of feel like Naoki is so strong to just tell him, okay, let's go. Like, he doesn't hesitate on these kind of aggressive shots, even though other players would start to struggle a bit.
You changed sides breaking there, Tim. Nukioi going from his right, our left.
I'm not too sure about that, honestly. But nonetheless, what a fantastic break that was. The 8-ball flying in the corner.
Well, Shane loses this set. He might start to worry just a little bit. Nukioi keeps breaking, making balls. And having layouts like this. I don't think there's any problems with this one, Tim, is there? 4 ball has to be accurately got on, of course. 5 is nearby, so that's no problem. So it's just this shot
And
to the 5.
The 7 is laying nicely to go back towards the 9. 1 rail or 2 rail, so I agree. Well, also, while we were taking that break in between the sets, they showed us the stats and it said Shane missed 2 balls in the opening set. And I was wondering I'm quite sure Shane was just thinking about that first set and probably told himself, well, I struggled a bit. I missed 2 balls in the race to 4. It happens, you know, it's early in the match. But just like you said, he might go 2 each now in this set. Oi, pretty much on fire. I mean, he's been cueing the ball extremely nice. Shot making on point, shapes are on point.
Yeah, and looking very, very confident as well. And confidence is a big weapon to have because there's nothing like it. There's nothing worse than feeling, you know, no confidence when you're at the table. And if Shane did go 2 sets down, he'd need to win the next 3. But remember, guys, if it does go to a deciding set and gets to 3-3, there will be a shootout. We're not away from the shootouts at all. They still go on. It's a race to 4, best of 5 sets all the way up to and including the final. Oliver Shlonoki has taken the opening set against Claudio Cacci. And Aloysius Schaap has taken the first set against Mateusz Nigoki. Jeffrey doing a setup. And of course Nukioi a setup here. And 2-2 in the second.
Wow, how well has he hit that break? He's gonna make another ball. Hoping for a little bit of a result. It did open up so much. It was about to stop him from going. Just what a character he is.
He has a break plan, doesn't he, Tim? It's almost Jeffrey DeLuna-esque, that was. Feet off the floor. He's going to have to play the combo here. Doesn't take him long to think about it, though. Said it even before the ball was down.
Well, if you have to play hand rack and you think about the old days, this is exactly how the people were breaking back then. It wasn't that much technical, it was just crushing the rack as hard as they could and trying to hit them as square as possible. That's exactly what Oi has been doing with success. Also, we've seen matches with so many clusters on the table, and so far in this match, we're now almost 2 sets in. We've barely seen any clusters which really gave us long safety battles. It's either Shane ran out or Oi ran out.
Oh, mistake. Very hard to play them with right hand spin. I thought he may have gone inside with that. Left hand spin around the angles. Always much harder to play with right hand spin. And never got close to him. So a reprieve for Shane to now get on the hill in this second set. What a turnaround.
I was just wondering, Oi probably was hoping to get a little straighter on the 8, left himself quite the cut. Could have played with inside spin, chose to play that with outside spin. And when that ball is so close to the rail, like you mentioned, it just gets so much tougher. Now this is a little bit of a shot for Shane. Has to do slightly more with the cue ball than he wanted to. So into the rail and out.
Really
nice
grabbed the
little
cue
draw
ball
on
there.
that.
Well, what a let-off for Shane Van Boening. That was that 8 ball. He was absolutely flying, Nurkioi. And unfortunately, the miss on the 8 has halted his progress, but he's only got himself to blame. Didn't play a great positional shot onto it. And then the pot attempt was not very good at all. Right hand spin, you can see pushing the cue ball to the left and didn't make enough allowance for it. So just a reminder, guys, this is a last 32 battle. Straight knockout from here on in. No more second chances. Best of 5 sets, races to 4. Winner breaks within the set. Hit them pretty good, I thought. 8 ball. The 8 ball's going to go. The 4 railer, it's there. Shane's dropped his chalk.
The 8 ball to the rescue.
There's the 4 railer. Watch the 8 ball. Track 1. Oh, he got kicked him as well, but still made it into a 4 railer. Wow. racks.
Yeah.
Is that going to cost Nukioi Tim? It's cost him one already. This is probably going to be the second one.
Well, you could see on Shane's face he was not happy with how he struck the one ball. Instantly he kind of felt like, a little bit off, and would have liked to be a little straighter on this 2. Doesn't want to catch the 10.
Got
Just
very close to
slightly
the
went
10.
by.
Could have
And then
flicked
now
off
he
the 10
was
and gone into the side.
quite sure he was trying to leave himself a little bit more angle on the 3 ball to go 2 rails around the 5 ball to get on the purple 4. Now he has to play the window in between the 5 and the 7. How often does this go wrong? I think he might have left himself behind the 7.
Yeah, look at the body language. He knew as soon as he hit it. He actually caught that 3 ball too thick, Tim. I don't know whether you noticed that. Caught the 3 ball way thicker. Thinner would have meant the cue ball widened more.
Yeah, cue ball pushed through the ball a little bit more now. So safety coming up. Not the end of the set yet. Oh, I like this. He's putting a lot of creativity in his game lately. I'm quite sure most of the people at home, including myself, did not see this coming. Very clever shot. Seen him play an unreal bank shot, I think like last year at the European Open. Like everybody was so shocked he missed that bank shot by like a diamond, but every time he's missed it that way, he got it safe. Like you should see it. It was brilliant.
Yeah, well, the
Very
one
creative
thing
mind.
you cannot buy or teach is experience, and it's a huge part of the game as well, especially if you're Shane's age and you've been through what you've been through in all the matches you've ever played, Tim, all the different genres of the game, like banks, 1 pocket, 9 ball, 10 ball, 8 ball. He plays them all very well. He's got that experience always.
Well, this is putting Oi a little bit in a funny spot, but did not get the full hook behind the 7 like he was trying to get. Called a 4 ball in the side pocket, possibly off the 9 in case he catches it thicker than he's trying to do. Not that thick. Wow, he's hit it way too full. That might cost him the set right there. That was shocking how full he hit that.
Going to the right corner. Avails him better position. And that was a good angle, Tim, on this 6 to come across the face of the 10. Six and 7 in the same pocket. See the Fort Worth Billiards patch patch on his arm there. I'd be like a kid in a sweet shop if I ever got to visit that place. It looks absolutely fantastic. Everything you could ever want. If they had food there, Tim, I'd move in there and never come out, I think. And a shower, of course. I'd be happy. So this then, for the second set. And it goes. We're 1 set all. So that mistake on the 8 ball, Tim, really did cost Nukioi not just that rack, but the set as well. And this, as you called it, shocking on the 4 ball. And SVB doesn't miss from there. So we're going to take a little break. We're going to leave you with a beautiful view of this lovely Stadium 7 Sports Centre in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Tim de Ruyter and myself will be back as soon as the players are back. See you soon, guys. Very warm welcome back to Ho Chi Minh City. Shane will break first in this third set. Having won the lag, he'll break sets 1, 3 and 5. Nurki 2 and 4. Coming nearer the centre of the table, Tim, this time. Ball down.
Well, there it is. It's the Shane van Boening classic.
Yeah, the 8 ball in the side. One of the wing balls, Tim. There's Tiffany and Larry. Mr. and Mrs. Easton.
Yeah, a little bit of a shout out to Savannah Easton there. Great result this week. Finishing in the top 16 of the Poison by Predator Saigon 9-ball Women's Open. It was a really tough, strong field, and finishing 9th place is definitely a great result, and that means she's still developing.
Yeah, and a little bit of pocket money as well, Tim, to take back to Las Vegas. But she's not old enough to put it in the machine, so I'm sure she'll invest in something worthy. Great guitar player as well. I believe she plays piano as well. She's a very, very talented young woman, Savannah Easton. And her brother, very talented as well, actually at flying school. Takes flying lessons. Cameron, met him at a few events, lovely lad. And soon free flights for the Eastons. That's worth something, Tim, isn't it? In the pool industry, a member of the family who flies.
Well, that is definitely gonna save some money. Yeah, had to run into the 6. Played it very nicely, full ball cannon into it. Kind of feel like Shane stepped into this third set with a different attitude. A bit slightly more aggressive.
Yeah, Shane had a hearing difficulty growing up. Now wears an earpiece, a hearing aid. Really getting into a flow now, Tim, isn't he?
Well, I kind of felt like since he stole the set, the second set, where Oi had the chance to get on the hill, and then now he came out, changed his break from the side rail to the center, crushed them, made a ball, instantly called the bank. Like, I feel like he's just pushing a little bit extra right now, just trying to feel that momentum within himself. Could really put Oi in his chair. If he plays a strong set here, Oi will probably be kicking himself. He knows that he made that mistake, missing the 8.
He always makes it harder knowing it was your own mistake, which is the reason Van Boening got back and won the set. Ko Pin-Yi on the verge of winning set 2. He's 3-1 up against Mieszko Fortunski. Back to this one. Van Boening on a roll. There's the break again, Tim. Didn't go this time. Oh, the 4 ball did.
Like I said, another Van Boening special. I mean, just look at that cue ball. You know how crazy I am about that impact and that kind of cue ball control, and he's just been stepping it up on the break. Oh,
He's overhit this by a long way. What's he done there? Okay, he's still got the 2 ball, but he's overdrawn it by about a foot at least.
yeah, nice little shot there on the 2. Not out of the woods yet. Needs to probably stun over to the left side of the 5 ball. If you float the cube, if you float the 3 ball in and leave the 5 for the bottom left, you're gonna leave yourself tough angle on the 5 and possibly difficult to get to the 6 ball. I would like to get on the left side of the 5 ball. Well, he's okay. Chose to play this in the corner.
Yeah, I don't think he likes the middles too much.
Well, he had 2 misses in the opening set, and both of them were into the side pocket, so he might be purposely avoiding them, which is, I mean, I think is really smart. Carom players do it all the time. When they miss a certain figure on the table, they try to play different solutions.
I thought he was going to say miss into the side pockets then. I was going to think, what kind of Carom table have you been playing on, Mr.
Well, trust me, I miss balls all the time on the carom table. Super tight.
Really is in the zone now. Perfect again, Tim. That's the angle he's looking for. Similar angle again on the 9, or straighter on the 9. May not go short side on the 10. Yeah, so he's going to go just straight forwards. Well,
Yeah, Shane Van Boening flying.
A lesson in breaking and running, Tim. You may remember there's only about 3 players that have ever broken and run a set in the Pro Billiard Series. I believe it's 3, might be 4 now. But it's not an easy feat. It's mainly because of the break, of course, but this man, well, he's not really human when it comes to the break, is he? He's a phenomenon. He is America's last hope, as he often is in big tournaments. There weren't too many here, actually, to be honest.
Oh, lost the cue ball quite a bit. You can see the complete difference on how the balls track all over when he's hitting him square in the face or when he hits it a little sideways. Not that the balls didn't spread alright, it's just not the same kind of spread. Just, yeah, well, different speeds on the ball. So we're not gonna see a 4-0 perfect set. And Oi does have something aggressive here. I like to play the 1-4 combination. No way I'm turning this down. But is it not on?
He could play the 1-4 carom, couldn't he?
Well, yes. Also, I thought if you play the 1 ball thin into the 4, it... Oh, what did he play?
Let's
what did
see
he do
what
there?
Shane does.
Did he tie the cue ball with the 7?
Yeah. I think he might have done. Good shot, he's saying. Good shot.
Oh, he's pushed his just to where he has to play that carom, even though he probably doesn't like it. So is he playing? Wow, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, the 5 doesn't go by the 4.
I thought Nokioi might have played this shot. He's left it. Well, he's giving it back to him, saying, "Show us what you were going to do then, Noki. I'm interested as well."
Yeah, me too. I'm actually glad he gave it back. Yeah, he's called the 4 ball in the side.
Yeah, I think this shot was actually easier the first time, to be honest. He's got to shave the 1 very, very thin, hasn't he? Oh, he's played the safety. He's overhit it, though. half a chance for Shane.
The other option I was thinking about, that it looked like he just played, because I'm not too sure at that pace if he was playing the safe, if maybe to go like a force follow into the 1 and then carry him the 4. I mean, it's super difficult stuff.
Not sure what that was all about. Maybe trying to psych himself up, Tim.
Well, whatever floats his boat. I don't really believe in all that thing, but
could have been Morse code. Dot dot dot. Dash dash dash. SOS. Help me out.
well, I don't think he's in such a horrible position right now to go SOS, but who knows? Seven ball, really close to the side pocket. Not everybody's piece of cake. Not a great position to play later on. Did scare himself there. For a second he felt like he was going to get behind the 9.
Anytime he has a ball into the middle now, here's a little pause. Not going to miss this one though. 100% he's not going to miss. We did see one miss with ball in hand yesterday though, didn't we, Tim? That's been the pocket of doom.
Well, he's on prime shape to take away that 7 ball.
Yeah, prime position to take the 8, 9, 10 as well. And he will be on the hill.
Ooh. Spin got him there. He knew when the cue ball was gonna hit the long rail, he knew it was gonna open up quite a bit. Just slightly too much outside spin.
I was wondering if he thought he got a funny contact having the cue ball cleaned. Crisis averted. So this to get on the hill and take a 2-1 lead in sets if he can break and run this next rack. Beg your pardon. Kopinyi did in fact take the second set against Mieszko Fortunski, so going well there. Oliver Snornoki taking the first set and 2-2 in the second with Claudio Cacci. Koping Chung is 1 set all with Simon Corral. And Mark Maggie, who's having quite the tournament, has equalised. It's now 1 set each with Daniel Maciel, Aloysius Schaap. 1 set up but 3-1 down in the second to Shnikoki. Jeffrey DeLuna 1 up and 3-1 up in the second in his match against Tae Yong Ko. And Alex Kazakis is a set up and 3-2 up over Sun Hee Swan. Remember guys, all these matches available on Pro Billiard TV, the channel that you're on now. You can search different tables. Just click the live icon in the Pro Billiard page and that will show you all the live matches that are going on right now. Aloysius Schaap was actually my pick, Tim. Just looking to check on your pick. Piers Laboutis and SVB. Well, we could have an SVB Aloysius Yap final, Tim. We can have a little side wager, a cup of coffee next time we meet. I'll tell you what, we'll make it interesting. A steak in Beefeater Steakhouse here in Pattaya next time you come. How about that?
Well, might take me a bit before I get back there.
So you can wire transfer me the money, no problem. Oh, dinner for one.
So romantic. Well, the only thing Shane has, well, not done wrong, but the only thing that hasn't happened for him this set is he's had 2 dry breaks now. But awkward for Oi. Of course, he's a lefty. Not sure how much of this he can reach.
Who's a lefty? Who's a lefty?
Oi, right? Oi not?
He's right. Oh, me?
No, Oi. No, he's indeed, he's a righty.
He's a righty. Yeah.
Well, why is he complaining? He could still go 2 rails forward. He looked very disappointed with the shape.
What was the problem? No problem, Nurki.
No.
Yeah, doesn't want to start.
He looked so disappointed. Now, occasionally, we do throw in the current scores of all the other matches going on at the same time. Now, if you cannot wait to hear the scores or to follow your favorite match, just go to ProBilliardSeries.com. The draw is on there. The list with the equipment we're using is on there. The fields are on there, every tournament's fields. So I would say all the information is right there to be found.
Meanwhile, Nukioi working his way through this rack to save 1 set point. He's picked up the speed again already. I'm going to try playing this fast, Tim, the next time I pick up a cue, just to see what happens.
Well, the interesting thing is, it looks very fast because he walks fast. But if you look precisely to what he's doing on the table, he does the same shot routine every shot. Well, of course, now he's going to one-stroke the 10. But he makes a rhythm with himself just by executing the same way over and over. So it's like automatic at some point. And then, well, everybody's got that personal pace walk around the table.
Shane, I think, just can't wait to get back to break. But if he does take the set, of course it will be Nukioi breaking off in set number 4 anyway. But Shane would love to win this set and take a 2-set lead to 1. Another 32 matches, guys. If you're not up to date with who's playing, Biardo and Chinnikov, McPantai, Newhausen, Mark Estiola up against Conrad Uzishin. I think that is Sakura Muramatsu, isn't it?
No, I don't think so.
Up against Jonas Salto Comino. Josh Filler, of course, Dong Kok Hong, that's coming on this table a little bit later on. Spitsky, Wojciech, AJ Manus, Marco Toicha, your man there, Tim. And Robbie Capito against Alex Montpellier, another good friend of yours. He's having a good run, Tim, isn't he? Alex Montpellier.
Well, I think most of the people have known him for a long time. I think most of them know how well he plays, but just never really showed up, I think, in the biggest tournaments. Like, he's done well in the Euro Tour. He's done well in other tournaments. We've traveled in the US and he's had great results. Wow.
Wow, what a miss that is. Complete misjudgment. Waited all that time to get back to the table, and when he did, this is quite a straightforward 1 ball. Well, he's off again. Now then, 4 ball, have to draw past, play it into the same pocket. Or could go. Where would you play the 4, Tim?
Probably in the same corner as the 3 ball. As long as you get... I think I would like to be as kind of straight, slight angle on the 4. If you leave yourself a big angle on the 4, while playing shape on the 5, you might land behind the 9. And do like this. Just gotta make sure the 9 doesn't come into play.
Oh, that was never in.
Oh,
the time.
yeah.
Oi, 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 oi. Yeah, was intent on the position there. Forgot to pot the ball. Lucky.
Still tough shot though on this 4 ball. Are we gonna see the super draw? Not sure if he can get there going forward.
Yeah, we're going to see the big draw from Van Boening. He's famous for this.
Wow. What a shot. That could very possibly win him the set there. That beautiful draw. As you could see, didn't even hit it that firm. So smooth. Nice reaction on the cue ball. And in prime shape now.
Beautiful timing.
Cross straight over. Just a hint of right spin probably. To avoid the 9.
Well, one good thing for Nuki, he will be breaking in the next set first. So it's not like Shane's going to win this rack and the set and then have a good chance to run a few more racks. It will be Nuki up to him to get a decent break in. But that 4 to the 5. Securing. this rack and indeed the set. So Shane Van Boening now leads by 2-1. Nurki is nipping out again. So Tim de Ruyter, myself, Mark White, we're going to do the same. We'll be back as soon as the players are back. Ta-da for now. Well, while we're waiting for Nurki to return, just give you some more score updates. De Luna has taken the second set now against To Yong Ko. Alex Kazakis is also leading 2-0. 2-1 here, of course. Aloysius Shap 1-1. So Shnigoki has taken the second set against Aloysius Yap. Simon Corral, Ko Ping Chung 1-1. Mark Maggie, Daniel Maciel 1-1. Also, Snornoki has taken the second set against Claudio Cacci. Nothing down, Tim.
Wow, and this is quite the lockup on the cue ball. Won't be able to push to wherever he wants. But where would you go?
Push. What's out?
Problem is, if you push to anything on the right side of the table, you might leave the cut on the 1, or the cue ball could be pushed behind the 3 and the 4.
Going for the first diamond.
Well, I have a feeling Shane might be in big trouble after this.
Behind the 3-4, Tim.
Yeah, that's what I like. Quite full.
Yeah, had to swerve it slightly to get there. Played it well. Well, the jump is available. One rail kick is available as well. Maybe call the 9.
Nice side.
Oh, that's what he's done. Is he going full aggressive on this? Does he have another plan?
Oh. Full aggressive. Oh dear.
Oh,
dear. Knew as soon as he hit it.
instant disappointment there.
Time's up.
Still going for the cut.
3-corner.
Has to get out of there as soon as possible as he hits the cue ball. Just doesn't shy away of the scary stuff at the moment.
Beautiful stroke there. Effortless. Perfect on this 5-ball. Can go between 7 and 10 or round the back of the 7 with some right spin. No, left spin, I beg your pardon. Oh, he's caught the 7. Very lucky there, Tim. That could have gone horribly wrong.
Yeah. Probably realizes it too. Hence the faces he was making. Longer 6-ball though. No, perfect.
And I think those two young ladies have been on the TV almost as much as the two players have been.
Well, the other guess could be that it might be Oi's family, possibly, but this is just guessing. I mean, we're never gonna know until they tell us. I did see a couple of the Japanese team players in the crowd as well. They did not get as much on the screen as the other two ladies, but I did see them there.
Two one then. And 1-0. I'd like to know what razors Shane uses. He always looks really, really clean shaven. When I have a shave, Tim, I never get it right. It's always a little bit somewhere, or I think it's due to being blind in one eye, something like that. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. That's my excuse anyway. Mark Maggie has pulled a set back. Loisha Shap 1-1 in sets and 1-1 in racks in their third set. Kazakis flying 2 sets up and 1 rack up in the third set. Had a real scare yesterday, didn't he, Alex Kazakis? How he came back and won that, I just don't know. Oh, look at this, ball's flying in everywhere, Tim.
Did he get that cut on the 2? I think he might have to get the jump cue out and run the cue ball into the 3-ball, but he's been crushing him so full in the face. Moiki Oi was due to have some result on the break, but still jump cue has to hit either the 8 or the 3-ball and then land with a shot, but don't pretend like this is easy.
Well,
He does have that cut on the 3 ball. And with how aggressive both players are playing at the moment, I cannot imagine them playing safe on this.
yeah, and he's definitely going to have a shot at the 4 because that's right close by it as well. It's not like he's got to travel to the other end of the table for the 4 ball. So he's definitely going to be having a go at this in the corner.
Oh, just hung up on him. Was not necessarily a gimme, but could have played it maybe slightly softer. Pocket speed on the other side, just slightly too thick. Difficult shot. And a chance for SVB.
That'll work, Tim.
Yeah.
Very nicely.
Well, gotta say, after that first set where Shane struggled quite a bit, he has stepped it up quite a bit. Was just waiting to finish my sentence there. You will always see he's gonna hang up the 5 ball there and everybody's gonna blame me. But he hasn't. He's cruising around the table.
He's cruising for a bruising. Would love to get this match over with in this set. Doesn't want to risk going to a shootout. So that missed ball down the rail, the 3 ball. It's cost Nukioi a rack. And Shane's got the break back, Tim, as well, which is, as we know, very important. It was never going to be easy for Nukioi. It was never going to be easy for Shane Van Boening either. Both very, very capable players. Here we see Yaelin Kamui, HBSF, Samsung Smart TV. Thank you, guys. Along with Little Monster. World 10 Ball Championships 2025. Wow. Nothing doing, Tim.
Yeah, good news for Shane is that 1 ball getting very close to the top short rail, so no instant sellout. Nonetheless, could run the cue ball 2 rails again behind the 7 ball. He's played a similar shot like this before. Well, there's a couple options actually that could bring the cue ball behind the 9 and bang the 1 ball. This one has to land nicely. He's played it very well. And he's got the distance. Will be difficult to hit this 1 ball. I don't believe there is one of the obvious escapes, unless just thinking maybe he could go 2 rails, yeah, off the left long rail and catch the back of the 1 ball. Needs to find the gap between the 6-10 mark.
One corner.
Well, if he hits this and makes it as well at the same time, I'm sure he'd just be glad to hit it. But if he hits it and makes it, we might hear a roar like we normally hear when Duong Kwok Hong is in action, and he will be in action on this table next against Joshua Phillip. Oh, what a hit.
Yeah, definitely keeps the dream alive, that hit. Just imagine if you're like a pretty decent player, but you're not so great at kicking, how often you would have probably given Noiki Oi ball in hand in these kind of situations. I don't think you can win even though you run out great and bank and good cue ball, but if you are not so great at kicking, you would have lost this set already, this match.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's a good point. And something else to add to that as well, and if a player knows that you're not too good at kicking, they can play on that weakness in your game as well, can't they, Tim? And play a real hook-up game against you.
Yeah, they're just gonna lock you up all the time. You know, they... Oh,
Wow, what a
whoa,
bad
whoa,
job.
whoa.
Oh, and he's opened the 3
And
as
he's
well.
pushed the 3 ball. Oh, whoa, well... I mean, I understand it was not an easy shot. I had to run the cue ball 2 rails for the 2 ball. But... I kind of feel like he's hit the wrong side of the ball slightly, which...
Yeah,
very unusual to see for Shane.
yeah, completely hit the wrong side of it, Tim. It went straight on. He's a funny chap. Got to draw all the way back. Past the side pocket. Yeah, just missing the point. What a good shot he's played there.
Oh, and perfectly straight. We'll have to play the 4 all the way down in the bottom left. Should be okay. And how often have we seen that long distance come into play?
Well, he missed a 4 ball, a 3 ball rather, similar to this earlier on, didn't he? From this end down to that top end. Not this time, no. Beautifully done. Another big draw shot. Nice angle on this 7 off the side rail. Heading in towards the 8.
Well, don't forget, there is slightly more pressure on Noiki than on Shane. Noiki realizing that he has to win this set. For Shane, he just has 2 shots at it. Or at least that's what I would be telling myself if I were in Shane's position. I would tell myself, listen, calm down, because you have 2 races to 4 to close out the match. So you have some... You can relax a little bit around the table. For Oi, every mistake could be his last one.
Yeah, he's on a high state of alert at the moment. Mr. Oi. It looks like he's going to win this one to go 2-1 up in this set. Aloysius Shap now 2-2 in the third set. They shared the sets 1 each. Shnigoki. As we see that strange shot on the 1 ball again from Shane. DeLuna 2 sets up, but is 3-1 down in the third set against Tae Yong Ko. Alex Kazakis going very well, 2-0 up and 2 racks ahead. Ko Ping Chung on the hill, 3-1 in their third set, 1-1 in sets at the moment. Oliver Shnonnoki, who you was talking about the other day, Tim, being a very, very strong player. He's 2 sets up and 1-1 against Kledio Kachi. And we have a result. Ko Pin Yi has beaten Mieszko Fortuński in straight sets 3-0. So the 2 brothers, Ko brothers, going very well. We could have them both in the last 16. This is the last 32.
Oh, this is... He's telling the balls, okay, nothing crazy, please. Nothing crazy, please. Wow, he's crushed the break so well there. Parked the cue ball in the center. 2 balls in on the break, 3 balls in on the break. 2 balls in. Wow.
Yeah, 1 and the 6 in the same side.
Oh, just imagine, I mean, the only thing is you're trying to get straight enough on the 8 to where you don't have to go back and forth to get to the 9. But that's literally the only thing I can think of that could go wrong. Such a great break.
Shane itching to get a break, he really is. Ukioi looking to get on the hill.
Well, also, both of them, they play quite aggressively. Shane didn't start off like that in the first set, but then later on picked up that same rhythm as Oi. And just because of that, I feel like momentum just doesn't stick for only a game or 2. Like if you look at the scores, I think most of the sets will be either 4-1 or 4-2 in general. Don't think we're gonna see a lot of hill sets. Unless we might have one in the deciding set. That would be insane.
Well, it can go all the way back to 1873 when Paul had the first ever sports world championship. And look how far it's come now, playing another world championship here. And we have several of them during the year. Oh, he's done the same as he done earlier. That's just a repeat of the ball he missed earlier. Oh, what's he done there? Just taking it too quick, maybe. Took his eye off it. What a chance for Shane.
But it's on such an odd shot too. Like this time, he really was in prime shape. Could have killed the cue ball or float the 8 in. Like that. I just don't understand really. The 8 ball he's missed earlier also was because of the shape, but this is very, very surprising, and we're not gonna get on the hill for Nuiki Oi. We're 2 each.
Well, we talk about big billiard halls that are coming out of Vietnam all the time now. They're building them every week. The world's biggest billiard hall was called The Recreation, a mammoth 7-story health spa. It was a bustling Detroit business back in the 1920s. It featured 103 tables, 88 bowling lanes, 20 barber chairs, 3 manicure stands, 14 cigar stands, a lunch counter on each floor, a restaurant that could seat 300 people, and an exhibition room with a theatre that could accommodate 250 spectators. Now that's what you call a pool room. This is what you call a pool break. Made a ball, Tim. And he's on the 1, 2 over the same side. It's looking good for Shane to get on the hill. Double hill. Two just getting out of the way. Just has to stop the cue ball. Big shot here, Tim. Going for the gap between the 3 and the 8. 3 and the 7, I beg your pardon. Oh, come on, Shane. What's he done there? It's all about the position he was playing, Tim. Got prime.
Wow, this. Both starting to feel it, I guess. I mean, of course, they've been playing now for a little over 2 hours. Maybe they should have taken a break in between sets. Usually, most of the players, they like to take a break every single set to make sure they stay sharp. These two barely took any. I think Oi did one. And
can you believe that?
Is it?
Didn't even get over the
Full
ball.
with emotions here.
Just didn't get enough height, Tim. I'm sure was afraid of having to get the cue ball back down again. But what a miss. These players are so good with the jump cues. You do expect them to make those kind of shots, don't you? Especially when the ball is in the jaws of the pocket. Unbelievable drama. I think Shane's feeling it just a little bit as well, Tim. He's human after all. I know we don't think he is sometimes, but he is. But he'll be mighty relieved that that mistake on the 2 wasn't punished by Nuiki. It was just a really bad jump shot. But if he's playing this with a bit of English into the side, it's missable. Nice smooth stroke. You can feel the tension, Tim, now. You really can.
Well, it's also rare to see both players. They looked a little bit emotional. Just, yeah, the emotions really slipping out of the system. Shane, when he missed, it was a 2-ball. It's where he showed more than he usually does. And Oi now a couple times. Little tap on the table, little bit of frustration. Like, this is definitely heating up between the two of them.
A little bit short. They are thoroughly enjoying it, look, seeing one of their heroes, obviously. Everyone loves to get a glimpse of Shane up close and personal. Steadying the nerves. Eyes on the prize. Ooh, just caught one jaw, but in it goes. 3-2 on the hill. Leading Nukioi 2-1. There was that jump miss. Incredible. I mean, Shane just couldn't believe his luck there. He must have thought when he missed that 2 that Oi was going to get on the hill. And maybe, who knows, maybe even have a deciding set. But now it's in Shane's hands. He's got the break back. Didn't make a ball on his last break. We'll be putting everything into this one. Well, I would think people want to start getting their seats for the next match, because it's going to be packed, this arena, for Duong Kwok Hong against Josh Filler. That's coming up next on this table, 4 p.m.
Oh, quite.
9 ball. Oh, look at this, Tim. How's it looking, mate?
I was gonna say a little bit of overcut on the break. For a second, I was scared it might have come up dry, but the 4-railer just barely went. And now he's got a shot on the 1. If he lands in between the 2 and the 4, he might be able to close out the match.
Speed looks good. How's the line? Pretty good as well. Great shot. Shane van Boening.
Yeah, the only thing that could really stop him now is the fact that the 5 doesn't go by the 8. So might have to play from the 4 into the 5 for the side pocket. Or the opposite corner, but that's more traveling with the cue ball. So solved the 2 ball. Now it's gonna put the cue ball near the long rail. Float forward. So it's just a 5 ball to solve, and then it's some traveling to do from the 6 to the 7. So it's not a gimme for the run out. Oh. Gonna have more
play the 5.
angle on the 4. Yeah, but you could see he knows that that was a little bit nervy, that kind of stroke. And if he crosses over now, could land with the wrong angle on the 5 to get to the 6. Small margins.
It's okay.
He's on top of the 8.
I think he can just get to the left of the cue ball, Tim.
Right side. Corner. Right corner. That's dancer.
Oh, he's
And
playing
in
the
the
5 ball
corner.
into the corner. Run the cue ball into the 10 and then have a long cut on the 6 right after.
Right side.
Yeah, I thought he has to go for the side here, surely. It's just an easier make than the corner. Made it.
Oh, you could see what that means to him. I mean, he was so afraid of that side pocket. Just the second he struck it, here he goes. Please go. He put everything into that.
He did catch the near jaw, Tim, as well, but it went this time. So it must have been about the speed. Oh, look at this for a shot.
Oh, nice shot. Does he get straight on the 7? No, he doesn't. He's perfect.
No, he's okay. Is it the end of the line for the man from the land of the bullet train?
Yeah,
We'll be
feels
delighted.
sweet. Really let his stroke out there.
Eight and the 10 for a place in the court in the last 16. Totally in his hands. Well, nearly dropped the chalk on the table. Dead centre cue ball, dead in the centre of the pocket. Well played, says Nuki. Nuki will know he had his chances, especially in that wreck when he missed the jump on the 2 ball that Shane missed. That's it for now, guys. We are back with Joshua Filler and Duong Kwok Hong. Get your seats ready for that one. This arena is going to be packed. It's going to be electric in here. Thank you so much to Tim de Ruyter. Thanks for you joining us, guys. I'm Mark White, and I'll see you at 4 along with Tim. Bye for now.